Getting started with MindPower is actually easy. Most people might think that mastering your mindset is difficult, but really, it's a matter of learning some easy skills and putting them into practice. If you haven't yet, make sure to go back and watch the last video with Caroline to get an idea of how all of this can create a massive shift in how you train and compete. If you're serious about achieving your goals through your mind power, through mastering your self-talk, through, getting to through those plateaus faster, having this champion's mindset, then let's dive into today's topic because it's a good one. Today, we are going to give you the very first element to introducing and building your mindset, which you can do as a simple first step to getting started. And this element will change the way that you view mindset in sports. And it will undoubtedly make all of this easier for you. Because this first element is that you do not have to change anything. So, if you think about building a winning mindset, there's building confidence, building awareness, becoming more adaptable, resilience, you name it. You may feel like there's so much that you need to change. And we're here to show you that you actually don't have to change anything. You just have to be aware of it. This all sounds a little too simple, right? But that's why it works, because it is simple. So here's what we mean. There is so much that we need to do as athletes, right? We need to train hard, eat well, get good sleep, stretch, recover, and of course work on our mindsets, as well as everything we have outside of our athletic endeavors. It can seem like a lot at times, and it can feel like there's no way that we can possibly do them all. So when it comes to working on our mindset, you don't have to do it all. You simply have to remember this first step. The first step is always noticing. When you notice what you are doing, you become more aware. When you become more aware, your mind is automatically going to help make connections and decisions for you. It's going to be asking itself, if this thing that I noticed, does this line up? Does this match with the way that I want things to be? And if what you notice needs to change, actually, if what you notice does not fit with what you want it to be, that change will actually happen for you without you forcing it to. So let me give you an example. I want to share a story. This is, from my swimming career when I was a younger athlete. I was going into college, and this is just a story about how noticing can help make the change for you. So I was a bit of a people pleaser, probably still am, and I was really good at doing what my coach told me to do. I followed coach's orders well, I did tough workouts well. It gave me so much, satisfaction to just do as coach said. But when I went to college at USC, I chose a team and a coach that was similar and familiar with what I was used to. It was great for a year, but that coach left after my very first freshman year. And the new coach came in. He had a completely different style. It didn't align with anything I understood and what I thought was required to become a better athlete. So for a full year, we just butted heads. I did everything that was asked of me, even when I didn't believe it or understand why we were doing it. And my performances, my races, were just getting worse and worse and worse as the year went on. And the worse they got, the more effort and forcing that I pulled into my training. I tried harder and harder and harder. During the championship season, so towards the end of a year of training with this new coach, I was at an all-time low. After a particularly bad race, we had a conversation where the coach pointed out to me that it's actually not the training that's going wrong, as I was insisting. It was my resistance to the training that wasn't working. Now, I was angry. I was upset by this. This didn't feel good to hear, but I was also suddenly aware of something that I hadn't known before. It was my resistance to the training that was the problem, not the training itself, my resistance. So right then and there, during the span of this one weekend, this one competition, and actually one conversation, everything changed on a dime. The very next race, the very next day, I performed extraordinarily. I felt great, I had a great time, great performance, great outcome. After a year of struggling and competition after competition went wrong, it just flipped on a dime. Everything changed from struggle to ease, from poor performance to great performance, from frustration to ease. All because I became aware of what I was actually experiencing and doing. I was resisting. And I didn't have to change anything. I just became aware of it, and I unconsciously and automatically released that resistance that had really been pent up for a whole year. I was able to find a way to let it go because I'd noticed it. I didn't have to change anything, it just happened for me. I, at this point, was still working hard, but I was having way more fun doing it as a result of letting go of this resistance, because I was having fun, performing well, working hard, all of that fed into each other. And yet I didn't have to change anything or force myself to do anything or learn some super high-tech mindset skill. I just became aware of it. I just noticed, and it changed. So I share this story because I hope that you can see there is a fine line between trying so hard, forcing your efforts, and simply flowing with them. So I want you to try this for yourself. Here's how you can make the best use of this right away. I would love for you to take this idea that I don't have to change anything, I just have to notice it. Take it with you. Next time you go to your practice, just start noticing things. Start asking, how do I feel about that? How did I feel 5 minutes before practice started? Was I excited? Was I saying, I want to go home? Just notice. There's nothing you have to do with the information. You just have to notice. And you might be pretty interested to see what happens after that. All of this is in preparation for our upcoming online course. We will be giving you the tips and tricks that the best athletes in the world use to build their mind power, to fulfill their potential. Now, we're going to be bringing it all to you. We'll be sharing the ABCs of mind power, so make sure you stay tuned because you won't want to miss these powerful ways to become the best athlete that you can possibly be. And, we're here for it every step of the way. We care about you implementing your mind power because this stuff is so, so powerful. You're going to love it. In the next video, though, we're going to be letting you in on a big secret. It's something that will change the way you think about how to get better as an athlete. So you don't want to miss it. We will see you there.